This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
The Jazz shooting about 47% during this first quarter. Sexton finds Collins. Outside Sexton. Pass to Collins. 5 on the clock. Sexton against Mitchell. Good work defensively by Mitchell. Cleveland has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Here's Prince. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And the other area they've impressed me is their commitment to the dribble drive, not settling from the perimeter.
And he makes a first. Both teams will make substitutions. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
To stop the run, the shot that time not on target. The Cavaliers lead by 13. Outside Garland. There's the triple. Utah grabs the miss. Markkanen's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's a minute 26 left in the first quarter here. George passes to Markkanen. Clarkson with a screen on Garland. And another miss by Utah.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Tries it from 16. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Boy, what a run. The points just piling up, Grant.
Hey, whatever they discovered here, it's working for them.
Here's the teardrop. Pass to Strus. Here's Prince. Back to Strus. from behind the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. George outside. There's the three. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Prince down low. Here's Mobley. Rebounded by the Jazz. Markkanen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Clarkson. Tipped. They recover it. Launches it. And again, it's Utah with a 3. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Cleveland on top. They lead by 12. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Cavaliers enjoying a nice lead here.
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
We've got Lauri Markkanen, Keontae George out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hendricks in at the 5, down low. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Sensabaugh. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Cavaliers lead by 12. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, P in their last time out against the Suns played some superb basketball. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and that's a season high for him. What an offensive performance. A legendary performance that will be talked about for years to come. Unless he's able to do it again tonight. Brian?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on, see if he can't replicate that performance.
And so Prince will bring it up for Cleveland. Their last game, a win against the Suns, looking to carry it into this one.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Here's George. Misses from close range. Cleveland has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. The 3 from Prince. Connects from downtown. Prince has got 31 points.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
George passes to Markkanen. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Markkanen is a shooter. Comes right back down to answer the 3 on the other end.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Prince can't hit.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
Well, Coach Lowry Markkinen, it's been an interesting study to watch his game continue to improve every year.
Yeah, it certainly has, Brian. You know, he was a complimentary player for quite a while, and then finally has developed into a primary offensive threat, and he has thrived.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. We'll stand former second-round pick Jordan Clarkson. He's averaged double-digit scoring every season.
Yeah, Brian, he's done it primarily as a sixth man. He actually already ranks among the top 10 in all-time points scored off the bench, and he's still moving up the ladder.
It is interesting that he prefers to come off the bench.
Yes, some guys do.
Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
Wade, that's good.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
George scanning the floor. The Jazz again can't hit.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
The 3 from Prince. The rebound by the Jazz.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
George finds Markkinen. Clarkson with a screen on Prince. Markkinen from long range. Hunter with the rebound. Cleveland leading by 12. Here's Tyson. No made baskets yet. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Prince. Hunter, a screen on George. Here's Prince. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Here's George. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Here's Wade. The 3. Counted from distance. Wade's got 7 now in this quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
George's shot is good.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
Pass to Prince. Driving in. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Keontae George.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Cleveland shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. No good on that one. Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Sexton comes in for Sensabaugh. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Thompson's checked in. Sexton with it. He's got 5. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Now here's George. And he banks in the layup. George has got 9.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Here's Prince. He's got 32 points. Ooh, poked away. Oh, George with a steal. Clarkson with the ball. And it's Hunter picking him up.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Beyond the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. 9 points in the game.
A real source of instant offense. Clarkson is not shy when it comes to shooting the ball.
Prince with the Bucket.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Jazz trail by 11. Now George. 9 points in the game. Clarkson outside. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
He's on a roll in this quarter. The defense better be careful.
The 3 from Prince. He buries it from 3. Prince has got 39.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
They swipe it. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Utah shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Well, you know, Sexton is the definition of a spark plug. He's a high-energy, high-paced player and is terrific at creating scoring opportunities for himself.
Collins, he's checked in for Utah. Collier comes in for George. Mobley, he's checked in for the Cavs. Okoro comes in for Hunter, and the bucket is good.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Prince on the attack. Another one falls. Amazing.
Another outstanding game for him. He has been a consistent offensive force all year.
Only 3 other players in NBA history have more 40-point games in a season than he does. Now a timeout called by Utah. Markkanen's checked in for Clarkson. As we near the postseason, let's see where the West is shaken out. You take a look at Utah, and after a subpar season, there have been some questions about the direction of this franchise. Sexton with it, now guarded by Mobley. Sexton misses.
Oh, gritty defense, protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
That's an excellent bucket there. Not an easy one. That took some creativity.
Jazz trail by 12. Outside Sexton. Pass to Collier. Back to Sexton. Three-pointer. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is...
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. Back after this.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal start for the Utah Jazz.
It's not a huge deficit on the boards, but enough to where they're giving away possessions, and that adds up, guys.
Yeah, if they're planning a comeback, better rebounding is where they need to start.
And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch.
I think for the Jazz, they haven't played their best ball. It's an understatement. Looking a little lost and flustered right now. It's almost like they don't have any confidence in themselves.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Jazz trail by 8. On the court right now for Cleveland. They've got DeAndre Hunter. Donovan Mitchell out there with Prince. Then there's Mobley, and it's Thompson in at the center position.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Collins outside. Pass to Markkanen. It's Markkanen scoring inside.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
Here's Prince, and he jams it home with authority.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play, and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Collins against Mobley. Fader on the way. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Thompson passes to Prince. Thompson with a screen from the high post, and they pick up 2. Prince has got 49 in the game.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Markkanen misses. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. They'll be off to Portland for a meeting with the Trailblazers after this one. And that'll mark the... Oh, another one falls!
Yeah, only a handful of the all-time greats have more 50-point games than he does.
He's moved all the way into a tie for 4th place on that list.
It's himself and James Harden. And from there, only Kobe, MJ, and Wilt are ahead of him. Wilt may be hard to track down, but he's got the others in his sights.
To the paint from short range. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Collier. 18 points for him. And a two-handed jam!
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Prince can't hit.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Prince down low. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a 10-point pass. Here's Collier, and he drives in, and that one drops for him. Collier's got 20 points.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Prince down low, goes up and lays it in nice and easy. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
His arrow's been trending up as and he's been magnificent tonight.
Marketing outside. Here's Collier. 20 points for him. Cavaliers with a rebound. Hunter's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Prince. Thompson with a screen. Oh, they pick off the pass. Here's Collier, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Yep, that one goes. Collier's got 6 in the quarter.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Here's Prince. And that one is hammered home.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Here's Sexton. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
And someone like Sexton, well, all scorers really, they have to get points around the hoop.
Thompson with a screen. Here's Prince. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And stolen by Sexton. Pass to Markkanen, and there's the screen. And a miss there on the triple. Cleveland leading by 11. Here's Prince. Non-stop scoring machine right here. Here's Thompson, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah. This is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of fun.
Markkanen sets a screen. Here's Sexton. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
I love that hoop from Colin Sexton. Don't settle, young man.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A different look for Cleveland. Wade, he's checked in for Thompson. Strus comes in for Evan Mobley. And Darius Garland subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Here's Prince. Another bucket. Wow.
And with this tremendous night, he is tied for second most 60-point games in a season.
What a year he's having. Game after game, being able to score so effortlessly. Truly remarkable. Again! What an avalanche! That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Utah making a switch here. Sensaball's checked in. Okoro is checked in for the Cavaliers. Here's George. He's got 9. Jazz trail by 5. We've got Keontae George. He's out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hendricks in at the power forward position. That's the group for Utah right now. Mitchell against Clarkson. George outside. Shot clock at 6. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
An efficient finisher inside. George makes the most of the close range opportunity.
Here's Prince. Pass to Mobley. Back to Prince. Utah grabs the miss. Here's Sensabaugh. Here's Hendricks to tie it up. Hits the trifecta. And it's all knotted up.
After being behind for so long, they must be relieved to finally get this thing tied up.
Yeah, guys, they've shown a ton of character in making this comeback. Now they've got to finish the job.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
George, no good. Prince on the attack. And it's Martin with the rebound. The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Pass to Hendricks. Now George. Clarkson outside to take the lead. Mobley grabs the board. The Cavaliers have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Prince. And the layup is good off the glass. And it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
And here's Clarkson. It's George on the wing. Gets some space and parries the jumper. George has got 19 points.
A jumper with a nice high release. George was ready to attack the second he got the ball.
Here's Mobley, and he gets it to go.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Timeout, Jazz. Thompson, he's checked in for Wade. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
During that break, the coach of the Jazz had some words for his team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. George outside. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. All right, a moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Cleveland. On Tuesday, they'll go up against the Trailblazers in Portland. And then on Thursday, the San Antonio Spurs come to town, kicking off a homestand for them.
And looking at the Clippers matchup, anything can happen in the NBA. But they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose.
Prince down low. George defending. Prince with the bucket. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Yeah, selfless play by Hunter to give it up to his man in space.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Hendricks. Clarkson outside, looking to win the run. The Jazz again can't hit.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
And here's Mitchell. Clarkson grabs a miss. Colin Sexton's checked in for Utah.
First team foul. Checking in for the Jazz. Number 2, Colin.
Here's Sexton. Pass to George. Now Clarkson. Hunter covering. Fires the three. And it's Clarkson missing.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Brent, good. He hits again.
And he's been out of this world tonight. I mean, unreal on the offensive end.
Boy, the points just keep adding up. Close to the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. And he comes up with a bucket. George has got 6 points in the quarter. Cleveland leading by 9. Prince on the attack. Up and in on the layup.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
George with it. Pass to Clarkson. Six to shoot. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming in. And they stop the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
Second team foul.
People were worried. To adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Get loud once again for him.
And that one falls for Clarkson.
Well, what you love about Jordan Clarkson, it doesn't matter if he's starting or coming off the bench, he provides a real scoring punch.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
Yeah, another thing, this offense came in aggressive, driving into the lane, forcing the defense to try to adjust. So far, the defense had
hits yet again. Wow!
And that ties him for 3rd all-time scoring for a single game. What a remarkable night.
Boy, a game not to be forgotten. He has put on a show.
And to equal a mark set way back in 1961 by Wilt Chamberlain, that tells you all you need to know.
All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
Jazz trail by 12. Pass to Collier. Sexton with it. To the middle. Oh, the 7-foot Lowry Markkanen.
Well, you can't forget that Markkanen is an accomplished dunker.
Here's Brent. Good! That's another bucket.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now 3rd all-time for points in a game. 1 for the ages.
He's surpassed Wilt Chamberlain's less famous scoring mark from 1961, and Kobe Bryant now in his sights.
Lets it fly. Markkanen misses. And so Prince will bring it up for Cleveland. They led by as many as 18. And another one!
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands alone for 2nd most points in a game. Unbelievable night.
And with 81 in the rear view, he has only Wilt's 100 mark left. This is the closest anybody has ever come.
Pass to Hunter. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. And the Cavaliers lead by 16. Utah's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Now here's Markkanen. Collins outside. That three's off the mark. The Cavaliers lead by 16. Here's Prince. Uses the glass on the layup.
Well, it's easy to see why they continue to call his number. He's delivered, and he's the leading scorer in this game.
Now here's Sexton. Collins with a screen on Mitchell. Now Sexton. Collins outside. Shot to stop the run. Gets the three to fall.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Jazz trail by 17. To the right side. Here's Collier. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for the Jazz.
And he knocks down the first one. Granted, seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Here's Collier. Markkanen, the pass to Collins. Utah with another miss.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Prince. Utah grabs the miss. Filipowski's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Collier. Right side, Sexton. Collins against Mobley. The 15-footer. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive. just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Prince. And good! There's another.
90 points, a legendary performance.
We will be talking about this one for a long, long time. Collins outside. The three ball. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's in Cleveland leading by 22. The three from Prince. Utah grabs the miss. Markkanen's got 9 rebounds now. Inside, here's Filipowski. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Cleveland has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Cavaliers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And all year, this squad has been playing with real urgency and determination. No surprise to see them hit 61 total wins.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for P.
And how about his defense in this one? He was just wreaking havoc and racking up the steals. Really tremendous effort on that end.
Pass to Markkanen. Lets it go from deep. Pure from three-point range. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The three from Prince. Here's Thompson. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Pass to Collier. Outside Sexton. And here's Markkanen. No good from outside. Offline. And so Cleveland takes this one by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that about wraps it up. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.